Hello everybody, my name is Tricky and welcome to a game called... No, that's not what it's called Blackout. It's a free game, it's on itch.com and Alphabet Gamers. And you can actually, if you want to, you can donate $1 or $2 to the game, if you wish. So, without further ado... must also say this game is a demo, or I think it's in alpha stages. This is part of a 10 chapter series. This is chapter 1, so this being a demo. So this is allowing the developers to gain feedback from Let's Players, what they think of it, and in general. It's also a choice-based game, so every choice you make affects the narrative of the story of the game itself. So whether you choose to do something, whether you choose not to do something, it will have repercussions on what you do, what the narrative is. So without further ado, there's a big eye. Let's go. Begin. So we begin in the alley. I don't know if we're doing all of these. I guess we'll have a look at these options. Okay. I like the music as well. 11:23 PM. A dark street. New vendors. Click to... oh, yeah, okay. I clicked. Good music so far. Ooh. Is this my character? Click to continue. It's just almost giving me like a sort of comic book strip feel. Oh, pardon me. So the alley. You find yourself wandering a dark street in the middle of the night. You can't remember how you got there or what you were doing. Word. No, get my teeth in. Hang on. Yeah, the edge. Before. There is not a soul in sight. The street is poorly illuminated and there's lots of trash strewn about. You are sure you have never been to this part of town before, and as you hear noise in the alley nearby, you start wishing it had stayed that way. So this is now my choice. Ignore and walk down the street, check the alley, or hide. I'm going to check the alley. You see, you can come back to the beginning of this game. You can approach this game from many different angles. So here we go. So I've chosen to check the alley. You cautiously approach the dark alley looking for the source of the noise, while still wondering where the sudden courage for this came from. And the alley is very narrow, and you can't tell how deep it goes, beyond the point where the darkness swallows everything. There are lots of cardboard boxes and garbage cans all over, some randomly placed or turned over. Litter covers the floor. As you step over the first boxes, you feel a putrid acid smell that appears to come from the turned garbage can just ahead. Ooh. The bad smell gives you an uneasy feeling and makes you reconsider whether it is such a good idea to walk into a dark alley in a desert street in the middle of the night. Go ahead, turn back. Well, I've come this far, I'm going to go ahead. I got a courage! Yes! So, you keep on going, one nervous step at a time. As you get closer, the stench gets even stronger. It definitely comes from that turned garbage can. But you did not hear anything since you started walking into the alley. Maybe whoever made the noise heard you coming and left. Or is waiting for you, hidden in the darkness somewhere. Or maybe it was just your imagination playing tricks after all. Kick the garbage can. Sneak around. Do I want to be stealthy in this? I'm thinking I do really. I don't want to spook whatever's there. So I can kick the garbage can or I can sneak around it. I'm going to go around it. You try your best to be quiet, but every now and then you step on broken glass or stumble on plastic bottles that you are unable to avoid due to the darkness. Usually it would not mean much noise, but anything sounds extremely loud in the still of the night. It does. You finally get to the other side of the trash can, apparently without warning anything or anyone. Gathering courage, you lean your head and peek inside the can. The putrid smell makes you feel nauseated right away, and you must hold your breath so you can stand it long enough to take a look. At first, all you see is darkness, but then a pair of eyes, gotcha, emerge no more than 1 feet away from your face, both orange with a back slit in the middle, glaring right at you. Back off, keep looking. I've got a courage, but I'm going to back off. You step away from the bin, a deep breath of not so sticky air, while your mind wonders what the hell is that thing. You can feel your heart beating fast and loud, your body shaking with nervousness and excitement. It feels good in a way, but you are not sure you really want to find out what that thing is. Go back to the street. Oh, I am curious. I can run away, or I can kick the can. I'm going to kick the can. I want to see what it is. Oh god, what's this? You stand erect and take a deep breath, prepared to kick on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Oh, kick. Haha, whoops. And oh, press K. And go! Shit, I got it. The sound of your boot against the metal explodes in the quiet night like a gunshot. You see an awkward shadow jumping out of the garbage can as it slides towards the wall, the metal scraping loudly against the floor. For a moment you look around trying to locate the thing, but it's almost impossible to distinguish anything amidst the darkness. Where's the light? We need a flashlight. You decide to go back to the street. Ah, no. I wonder what it is. Success! As you turn back to leave the alley, a beam of light is cast upon it. You immediately find the source. A window high on the left wall, maybe the 3rd floor, probably someone attracted by the noise you just made. You could use the light to search for the shadow or just go to the street. No, I'm going to look for the shadow. The light is just enough so that you can start to discern things a little better, and you probably find what you're looking for. The awkward shadow cast on the right wall. It reminds you of a dog, but all twisted and very frightening looking. The legs and tail are incredibly long and the body is very skinny. The head has an awkward elongated shape, ending upon what appears to be short tentacles. Ugh. You can't see the creature itself because it is behind a stack of crates, but you can easily go around or kick them. A lot of kicking going on. At this point, however, you are not sure you really want to see it. Oh, I want to see it. Walk around the crates, kick the crates, leave the alley. I'm going to walk around them. Oh crap. I've got minus sanity, whatever the hell that means. You walk slowly and quietly, trying not to scare the thing off. Oh, my heart's beating in my headphones. Again, while dealing with the ice block that recently formed in your stomach. The silence is such that you can hear your heart beating loudly with every step. What could it be? Some kind of mutation or hybrid from the sewers? Or maybe some scientific experiment gone wrong? Uh-oh. With your hands shaking and your mind wandering on possibilities, you reach a point where you see the thing, only to find out that none of your conjectures were right. Click to reveal. Ooh. Oh. It's a cat. It's caught a hand or something, and it's made a sort of a warthog shadow with something else. Walk around the crates with your hand. Okay. Top of the crate, you see an ordinary street cat, skinny to the bone. The thin grey fur showing signs of scars and skin diseases. Ugh. He is glaring right at you, the small orange eyes glowing in the dark. He is holding something in his mouth, and it takes you a couple of seconds to realise that what it is, then making you feel instantly queasy. The things you saw in his head's shadow are not short tentacles, they are fingers. The cat holds a human hand in his mouth, his jaw firmly embracing the low end of the thumb next to what is left of the wrist. Before you can take any actions, you're surprised by a loud and grave voice coming from above. Who the fuck is down there? Oh, bloody hell, that was okay. Fucking bastard making a noise in the middle of the night. Sounds like somebody at work. You get the hell out of here before I call the damn cops. Scared by the screaming, the cat jumps in your direction. Your reflexes act quicker than you. And the next thing you know, you are crouched and the cat flew right over you, vanishing in the darkness afterwards. You look up and see the guy in the window, a bald big black man, going back inside. As you stand, you notice the cat drops something on his way out, the hand. While the light is still on you, can seize the opportunity. While the light is still on, you can seize the opportunity to examine the hand more closely, or walk safely back the street. Let's examine the hand. You get closer to the severed hand, feeling the putrid smell stronger than ever. It looks like it has been decomposing for a few days now. It is possible to identify the bones in several spots. Small flesh, probably bitten off by small rodents. Despite that, you can tell it is probably a woman's hand, given the small size and thin fingers. One thing, though, draws your attention above all. A shiny gold ring on the hand's middle finger. Take the ring, leave it there, get out. Let's take the ring. Watching closely, you can see the white little worms walking all over the hand. Coming in and out through small holes, probably made by themselves. You quickly try to think of a way to pull out the ring without touching the hand. Use a scrap paper, use a broken glass to cut off the finger. Scrap paper. Don't want to pick up any diseases or any sort of tetanus, from the cat or even the hand itself, maybe. You grab a newspaper sheet off the floor and tear it into two pieces. I'm going to sneeze. No, not. Using one to hold the hand and the other to wrap around the finger, you pull the ring out. At the exact moment you pull the ring out successfully, the light goes off and you find yourself once again surrounded by darkness. Wear the ring, put it in your pocket. I'm going to wear the ring, let's see what happens. You try to wear the ring, only to find out that it is too small to fit all fingers except one, your baby finger. Then you decide to leave the alley, try not to make much noise, which proves to be a challenge, since you can barely see what you're stepping on. Hit S to hit the button. Okay, step 3. Okay, so I've got to hit S. Oh. Oh no, I failed. Shit. Can I go back? No. You feel the ground slippery under your feet and you lose balance, falling backwards. Use your arms and your right leg, you manage to not fall, but you make a lot of noise. As soon as you put yourself up, the light on the window appears again. You son of a bitch, I'm calling the cops. You quickly make your way back to the street, still deserted. If that bastard is not bluffing, you better get out before the cops show up. You see a payphone down the street from which you call a cab, and also a bus stop. But that may take a while. There's no subway station in sight, maybe up ahead. Call a cab, keep walking away from the bus. Let's call a cab. Uh-oh. You approach the payphone. It's been a long time since you used one of these. You get it off the hook, and, for your surprise, it seems to be working. Hooray! You reach your pocket for the wallet. Is that a rhyme? No, never mind. Hoping to have some coins for a call. As you open it, you see a picture of yourself on a hospital card. What? Randolph Carter. Is that me? Oh god. Flashback. You're standing in front of a door made of smoky glass. Your hands are shaking and you're sweating. You're staring at your feet, trying to gather courage. This is something you have never done before. You raise your head. The writing on the door says William Hayward, MD, and you knock 3 times. Come in, a voice calls. As you reach to open the door, you feel the doorknob cold as ice. It rapidly spreads through your arm on a chilling sensation. Oh, Richard, it's you. Come in here. Have a seat. You approach his desk and do as he says. So how is she? He asks. You know better than I. You're her doctor. That's not what I mean, Richard. She's fine. I mean, as fine as she almost seems resigned. It is a tough fight, but it can be. You don't need to give me this crap. Will I know our chances? He stares at you for a moment. You've known each other for years. Does he have any ideas what's going on inside your mind right now? Would he understand? And how about you? How are you holding up, Richard? Well, I'm fine. How are you? Oh, I see the game. He does. He can see it in his expression. Then why is it so difficult to ask? Yeah, about that. You take an envelope from your pocket and hand it to him. He takes it and opens it without looking at you. Who are these for? He asks after reading the paper. For me. Jesus, Richard. He asks. He shakes his hand. You know it's against the... Yes, fuck the regulation. That's why I'm asking you as a friend. He lowers his head, takes a pen, signs a prescription. You take it and start walking towards the door. You don't have to walk down this road, he says. Thank you, Will. That's ironic. So there's a flashback. It's weird. It's a weird feeling, like you're learning something that you already knew, but somehow long forgotten. The reality of you being a doctor seems very distant now. Even the reality of your day-to-day life, like it was all just a dream. And all that weird talk with Andrew, you can't quite recall the context. Whom you were talking about, it's all very fuzzy. Where's this leading, I wonder? We're still in flashback here. Despite not being a neurologist, you are aware that confusion and amnesia are both symptoms commonly associated with head concussion. So maybe that's a plausible explanation. Even though you are not feeling any pain on your head right now, you have seen cases like this before. So am I a detective? Or am I a police officer? Am I a surgeon? I don't know. Maybe it is better to go to the hospital before you go home so you perform some exams and make sure everything is okay. There we go. You find a few coins in your wallet, probably enough for a short phone call. You'll also find a card from a taxi company, Taxi by Night. It says, you have no idea where it came from, but it seems rather appropriate. Dial. The card says, 555 7 Axie. That's just terrible mnemonic. Why do they even bother with these things? Just put the damn number already. You insert the coins and dial. Someone picks up right away. Yes? Hello, I need a cab on. You look around to find a street sign. Providence Street, number 56. It will be there in 10 minutes. Cool. Guy has a strange accent that you cannot identify. Maybe German or something. You hang up and wait. The street is so quiet and lifeless that it gives you the chills. It feels like there is no other living creature in miles. You wonder how it looks during the daytime. After 5 long minutes, he finally arrives. The car doesn't look like a cab at all. It's a 10-year-old Chevrolet model that is now out of line, but it does look like it has been well maintained, unlike most cabs. The only thing that denounces it as a taxi is the rear window, where it advertises something similar to what you read on the card. Taxi by night, premium private taxi, romantic tours, city tours, all-night events. Look inside. All windows are pitch black, and you can only see the driver through the smoky windshield. He's a white man, probably around his 30s, with a ring on his nose and a tattoo on the top of his head. Oh god, come on, let's head to the cab, let's see what here. Oh no! That's it! So got flashback, yes. Thank you for playing. If you enjoy the game, please help spread the word and send your feedback to improve it. Find information there, restart. Oh, can I wanted to see what else was there, what I got. No. Back. Oh, here we go. So, got flashback, courage, sanity, fitness. So, courage was 7, sanity 5, fitness 6. So I guess these are the attributes that I have. I could have got more or less of throughout the game. So the next chapter is Taxi. This is scenes, is that 16? I think that's 16. All playthroughs. There's 116 playthroughs, of which I've done 16. So this completes this chapter 1. So the next one is Taxi. So let me just see there if I get a file. So this is me. 42nd Police Department of New Wenders. So there's my name, 38, height, weight, profession, medical doctor, working practice. Okay. So I'm a medical doctor, and this is a report on me. Okay. Possessions: $15, wallet, gold ring. Condition: possible head trauma, memory loss. So this is the end file. Ooh, I like this game. It's pretty good. But I think that completes this. So I don't know if I can go on to the next chapter. Let's just see. So it's like a main menu. So if we go start. Yeah, obviously Taxi is the next one, but they haven't released it yet. So these are next bit. So I can go back to the alley and replay it. But for now, I'm going to leave the video here. I'll leave the link in the description below so you can go and play yourself. Do let me know what you think. Leave a few comments, and do subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. Really enjoyed the game. Hope you guys enjoy as well. And on that note, cheerio.